Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and welcome to what I'm going to call a SketchUp 3-pack. Friends, I'm going to put 3 lessons about the same skill level in a row. You can complete them all or complete one, but I'm hoping that having them all together is a useful thing. Friends, time to get started with your first lesson in the SketchUp Made Simple 3-pack. Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and it is time to make a SketchUp lesson, so let's get cracking. Alright, friends, so first, SketchUp Free is totally awesome. You will find a link in the description. You can click that, launch it, and then choose Sign In with Google. Once you're in, I say always hit these arrows so you can pick what we're going to play with. Today we're going to use decimal millimeters. Click on that button, and it will launch the brand new app. You do have to wait a second. As soon as the dude shows up, click on this and hit the delete key. It's the one that actually says delete. A couple reminders. When you watch the video, I'm going to tell you after you watch a piece, click the tab, then do the piece. As I watch students in my class, a lot of times they would do a shortcut. That shortcut they typed would go to the browser window where they were watching the video instead of the program. So make sure in between each step you click it so you're actually talking to SketchUp. So we're going to hit save, and today, my friends, we're going to click the word SketchUp and we're going to make a table. Just type TABLE and hit save. SketchUp does save to the cloud, but you do need to remember to hit that button so that you don't lose anything you might have adjusted. Alright, friends, so here we go. I'm going to click the tab to make sure it knows I'm talking about it. We're going to hit R for rectangle. You can see it change to a rectangle, and then I want you to type the numbers. Remember, we click and let go, and I want you to type 10, 10, and press enter. When you do that, it is super tiny, so we're going to use the awesome zoom to extents. So now we can see our cool little table leg. We are going to use P for push-pull. Notice you can click the tab to make sure you're on the right one, and then we're going to lift that up, and notice it is adjustable. I clicked and let go, and we're going to type 40 and press enter. That is our table leg. You can roll the wheel back. You can press the letter O. Remember, if you're ever not getting your commands, we can click there so we can see it. That's what our table leg is going to look like. I want you to press the space bar, which gives us the selection tool. I want you to grab that entire leg. I want you to right click on it, and I want you to make it a component. I want you to call it leg, and I want you to just press center so it's done. That's all it takes. Now, friends, we're going to make the top of our table. Once again, I'll click the tab to help you remember that. Let's do our R for rectangle. I'm going to go over here on the red line, and I'm going to make any tabletop that I think will fit. You'll notice mine's 100 by 176. I'll let you adjust yours however you want. I'm going to click that so it stays. I'm going to do P for push-pull. I'm going to choose how thick I want my table. I'm going to lift it up a little. When I'm happy, I'm going to click and set it down, just like that. I'm going to press the space bar. I'm going to select my table. I'm dragging from the left to the right, so I select it all. And then we're going to right click on that, and we're going to make it a group. Now I'm going to tell you why we chose component and group in just a moment. Just hang with me. So now that we have this a group, I want this leg to be on a corner. So we're going to do M for move. Once again, I'll hit the tab just so you see that. There's my M. I'm going to grab this corner, and this is what's so cool about SketchUp. It lets us drag them 2 spots. So I'm dragging all over the world, but when I get close to that corner, boom, it tells me, hey, you made it, and you can set it down. I'm going to hit O for orbit. You can see how sweet that is. And now, friends, watch this. We're going to do M for move again. I'll hit the tab just so you remember to do that as well. We're going to click on this corner. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says you can tap Control to be in copy mode. Friends, just like that, you're dragging your copy anywhere you want. Now you can try and be perfect or just set it down, and then if you grab the correct corner, like this corner snaps to that edge, boom, instantly done. Once again, I'll hit the tab so you remember to do that. O for orbit, and I'm going to do space bar, and then I'm going to hit M for move. This time I'm going to be smart from the get-go. I want to take this corner of the leg and I want to put it here. So I'm just going to click on the corner. Notice I forgot to hit Control. I can do it after I start moving. And bam, you can drop it to that side. O for orbit. Let's look at it from this side. Once again, M for move. I do want this shape, and I want this corner. Notice this corner is going to go on this edge. And if you ever mess up, You can hit escape to cancel. That's on the top left of your keyboard. But just like that, we can drop it in place. Friends, we have just made a table. I'm going to hit save so we don't lose it. I'm going to paint my table right now. Remember, you've got all the amazing things you can pick. I'm going to choose to make a glass table, and I'm going to put this glass on top. So boom, I just painted that. Because it's a group, I can do spacebar and I can triple click. 1, 2, 3. Because it's a group, friends, I can click on it, and if I choose the color, it'll paint the entire thing all at once. So now it is see-through glass. Now friends, this is the amazing thing about those component legs. Let's go down and find some metal. When I hit spacebar and click this one leg, because it's a component, I can double click it and I can paint that leg. Let's say I put the bronze, and I'm going to paint all these legs at once by clicking 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and it grabbed everything. And let's put the color everywhere all at once. When I click out here, when I hit spacebar and click outside, it cancels it, and friends, you have just got a sweet table with legs painted all at once because they were a component. When you change one piece of a component, it changes all the pieces of a component. That's the difference between a group and a component, and it's pretty epic. Friends, I'm going to hit save one more time. Friends, there you have it, a simple, fun, fast table, and you know a little bit more about working between a video and SketchUp in separate windows. Friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or a suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and today we're going to use SketchUp to make a chair. So let's get cracking. Friends, the first step, of course, is to check the link in the description to get to the app. If you see the screen, make sure you choose Sign In with Google. Today we're going to hit the down arrow, and we are going to create with centimeters, just because it's something different. Once again, when the dude shows up, we're going to hit delete. We're going to click where it says Untitled, choose SketchUp, and we're going to name it Chair. I also like to always put my initials after it, so I'm going to type that and hit save here. Friends, the first step is to hit R for rectangle, click the origin and let go, and then we're going to type 6,6 for how many centimeters our little rectangle is for a leg. We're going to zoom in. You can roll the scroll wheel, or you can hit zoom to extents. Once you get there, we are going to lift this chair leg up, P for push pull, and I want you to type 40 and press enter. We can't see it all, so once again I'm going to just hit fit and boom. There you can see your whole chair leg. Now this part's super important. Press the space bar, grab it all, right click on the blue or the dotted shapes. If you right click out here, it cancels it out. I saw that a lot with students last week. Right click on it, and we're going to make it a component. We make things components when we're going to use more than one of them, so eventually we'll have 4 legs. That's why we need this to be a component. Friends, the next piece we're going to make is the seat that we're going to put on our chair. Once again, we'll do it with the rectangle. If you click on the red line or close to the red line, that'll work. We are going to type 30, 30. Remember, you don't have to click anywhere. You just type it and press enter, and bam, it will be the right size. We're going to double check those with the dimension tool. Once again, we click the tape measure, we hit the dimensions. When it switches, we can click on the first corner, click on the second corner, and when you stretch your mouse out, you can prove that it's 30 centimeters. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to click, and click a third time to prove that's 30 centimeters as well. Once you've done that, you can hit E for erase, and we're going to get rid of those. We just wanted to make sure we did it right. Let's do P for push-pull, click and lift it up, and I'm going to tell you that we want to make it 4 centimeters high. Hit your space bar, so we're on the select tool, and we are going to triple click this. 1, 2, 3. If they don't all turn blue, do it again. 1, 2, 3. A little bit faster. There you can see it is all selected. We are going to right click, and we are going to make it a group. We're only having 1 seat, so that's why we're choosing group. Friends, we need to press M for move, and we want to grab this corner here, and when you lift it up, Because we grabbed that corner, it'll snap right where the leg is almost instantly. Let's have a little fun with our design real quick. Click on the space bar, click on your seat, and let's press S for scale. Now I'm going to show you this so you can see how it messes things up. If you grab this top handle, it does two directions at once. So I'm going to use undo. If I grab the one in the middle, it only stretches my chair wider. So always look for these middle ones when you want to make it in just one direction. I don't care what size you pick, just having fun picking something different. Switch into orbit, once again hitting S for scale, and I'm going to stretch it back just a little as well, showing how we can scale things. That's all we're doing. I'm going to go back to O for orbit, and I want to move a copy of this leg. We're going to do that with spacebar, click the leg, and then I want this very corner here to snap to this spot. So when I do M for move, I grab that corner. Notice I let go. If I tap control, it is in copy mode, and when I move close to that corner, boom, it immediately moves to that spot when I click and set it down. Let's make our life even better by doing two at once. I'm going to grab from the right to the left. Make sure you grab those two. You'll notice they both turn blue, and we want to put this corner back here. M for move, click. Notice I'm letting go. If I tap control, it's a copy. And when I move to that edge, bam, we have just made the legs on our chair. How sweet is that? Let's hit spacebar, and let's use our seat as the back of our chair as well. What we're going to do is move it, and when we lift it up, I'm going to tap control, and I'm going to just set it right on top. Let's do this really fancy with scale, and we're just going to push it back to where we think the back of the chair should start. I'll let you pick, and then I'm going to hit O for orbit so we can see this better. Once again, I'm going to hit S for scale, and we want this middle one to raise our chair to whatever height we think it should be. Friends, just like that, we made a fun chair. I want to round off these edges. We're going to do that just like this. We're going to hit spacebar, and we're going to double click to edit that shape. Let's come over here to the 2-point arc. And we are going to move down this edge a little. I'll let you pick how far. We're going to click straight across. And then we're going to move up and click the top. Once you have done that, friends, I'm going to hit O for orbit because I want to see it a little bit from the above. I want that back corner visible. And we do P for push-pull. We can just push it back and just make sure we take the red arrow and touch the back edge. When you hit your spacebar and click somewhere else, it makes it permanent. At this point, let's hit save so we don't lose what we've done. And I'm going to go to the materials and let's paint this really quick. I'm going to just use the fun colors today right here. I'm going to do a blue and I'm going to do a gray. And then I really want you to understand this. Double click your component, then triple click that leg. I want my legs to be made of wood, so I'm going to click on the browse materials. I'm going to move all the way to the bottom and find the different woods. And I'm going to pick one that I think is neat. And when I paint that one spot, it does all the legs at once. Spacebar, click out here to cancel it, hit O to orbit, and friends, check out your amazing, super simple chair. Don't forget to hit save, friends, and of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, maybe even hit that share button so more people can find out about SketchUp Made Simple. If you've got a question or a comment, make sure you add it below, and of course, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and today we're going to play with my.sketchup. So let's get cracking. Alright, friends, so in a browser at the very top, you need to type my.sketchup.com. There will also be a link in the description of this video. You can click that as well. When it loads, we need to choose sign in with Google. Pick your account and let it do its thing. Yours should be blank, and all I want you to do is hit create new, and we are going to use simple feet and inches for our project. This person just shows us how big the world is. We are going to click on the delete key to get rid of her. We're going to name our file by clicking the word untitled, choosing the SketchUp folder, and then down in the bottom, type in the word house with our initials so that we can save it. Notice it'll show you the name up top so that it's saved, and it's time to start learning how to draw. SketchUp is a click and release program, so we're going to click a tool and then let go of the mouse button. I'm going to roll back a little bit so that the world is a little larger, and then I'm going to click on the rectangle tool, letting go of the mouse, and then clicking the rectangle tool. I'm going to click on the corner and let go of the mouse, stretch the pencil out towards the green line and around the red line, and then click to set down my rectangle shape. Now that we've made our shape, let's see how large it is. Click the tape measure tool and switch to the dimension tool. Click on the very first corner, and then click on the second corner, and then pull the mouse out, and you can see that mine was 24 feet. Was yours larger, or was it smaller? I'm going to measure this side as well. I'm not going to start here. I'm going to start down here. That helps the system understand what we're doing. And I'm going to click, and I'm going to stretch it out. Now I could go up in the air, but I don't really like those, so I'm going to go out along the red axis to show that I had 46 feet. Once again, it does not matter if yours is different than mine. We're just learning how to do it. This to show that I had 46 feet. Once again, it does not matter if yours is different than mine. We're just learning how to do it. One of my favorite tools in SketchUp is what's called the push-pull tool. It is this one right here. And when you move out over your shape, you can see the dots to know that you have selected it. I'm going to click and let go of the mouse button. Once again, click and release. I'm going to lift it up whatever height I want and click to make it permanent. I'm going to switch to the orbit tool. And I'm going to drag on my screen so I can see this from the top. I'm going to choose the pencil tool. Make sure you're doing this with me. And then when you go along, see how that's a red dot because it's on the edge? When you get to the middle, it'll tell you it's the midpoint. I'm going to go back to that midpoint, and I'm going to click. I'm going to move the mouse to the other end, and I'm going to move it until it's that green as well. Click to make it permanent. All right, friends, let's make sure you've got the move tool. Click release. Move out and find the middle, and then if you lift straight up, you'll see that line turns blue and says that it's on the blue axis. So it's matching this one right here. It takes a little practice, but when you've got it so that it's blue, you can click and you have got a perfectly shaped house that easily. Let's paint the roof really quick. Once again, I'm going to orbit so I can click and drag so I can see the roof. And if you go to the materials, there are a few materials that are right here. I'll just click and drop one so you can see how you choose it and paint. But then even cooler is to search the materials and find the fun things that they have built in. I'm going to go down to the roofing, and I'm just going to pick one of the shingles, and when you click, they drop on instantly. Now we can orbit to see the other side, or you can also push in your scroll wheel and orbit. That's an automatic tool that lets you do that faster. And then I'm going to paint that side as well. Let's quickly add a door to our house. I'm going to do it with the rectangle tool. I'm going to move anywhere along this side, making sure I click at the bottom, and then I'm going to pull up and over to find where my door is. And as it lifts up, I'm going to click and choose the size that I think is coolest. I am flexible with how large you make that. I'm going to switch to the push-pull tool, and I'm going to nudge it in just a little bit too, so that it just looks a little cooler. You can pick how much you nudge it. I'm just showing that it's sunk in. I'm going to switch to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to just draw a window on the front. You can pick how big you want it. And then this is really cool. I'm going to go to the glass and mirrors, and if you hid this is how you bring them back. And remember, this is where you browse. And when you bring in one of the glass colors, I'm going to use this blue one, and you paint that window, you can actually see inside your building, just like that. I'm going to choose one of the browns for my door, and then I'm going to choose some siding for the house. I want this siding. Don't forget to side all the little places. Notice I'm using my scroll wheel to click and look up underneath. And then I've got to side the other sides as well. Let's add a couple more cool windows. This time I'm going to do a circle window. Once again, I just click on the side, stretch it out however far I want, switch back to the glass. Notice you can collapse these so they're easier to find, and then I'm going to paint that window with the glass. Let's add a sweet slider door in the back. Let's use a little bit cooler skill and make a sweet slider door. So notice I'm making a rectangle. Move over to the push-pull tool, and we want to choose this one called offset. When we click on the edge, we can go past just a little bit. We are going to then erase the pieces underneath. You can do that with the eraser. Notice you simply click on the lines with the little dot. I'm going to go back to my colors, and I'm going to put a brown color in this area. So that's going to be the edge of the window. I'm then going to use the pencil to find the exact midpoint. Remember, they'll show you that on the screen. That's the midpoint of the whole house. I want the midpoint of this rectangle, and I'm going to stretch it up. And now let's return to our glass materials. Remember, they're down below. I'm going to collapse that so they're easier to see, and I'm going to put a window on each side of this little door. I want to make this piece a little wider so it looks more like it should. So I'm going to just zoom in and go a little bit over, make sure it's straight down. I'm going to go a little bit over, make sure it's straight down. I'm going to click on that eraser tool, get rid of the one in the middle, and then I'm going to paint the brown for the other piece. Let's grab that eraser and erase that little piece up there. And our slider door looks pretty darn sweet. Let's switch to that orbit tool again, look at it from the side, and let's add a cool polygon window up here. Once again, when you click the polygon, let go. Come out and click where you want to put it. Stretch it out as far as you want to put it. You can rotate ahead of time to get it the exact way you want. I'm going to pull straight down, and then I'm going to change it to the cool glass. Once again, hiding the colors, and then clicking on the glass color that I think is going to be cool. Alright friends, so there you have it, some basic skills. Yours is supposed to look a little different than mine. I hope the main thing is you had fun, you learned some skills, you learned how to click, and you learned how to release and actually build something kind of amazing. I'm going to click save so I don't lose it. You need to do that as well. If you've got extra time, you can add a doghouse, a garage, you can just play and make it more and more awesome. What you do need though is you do need to get me a screenshot so you can turn this in Google Classroom. I'm going to switch to the select tool. Remember, you can orbit by pushing in the scroll wheel or clicking on the orbit tool. Find the perfect angle to show off just how epic your house is, and then click on the hamburger bar and choose export, and we are going to export a PNG. It lets you double check your sizes. That looks really good. I like what I've got, and you can just hit the button. It tells you it may take a little more time. We don't care about that. Hit OK, and yours may save automatically. If it does, then you know you can use Show in Folder, and that is where you'll find it for turning into Google Classroom. Friends, if you made something awesome, you can also share it with me. I am on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, all at HLModTech. You can also send me one of these pictures at HLModTech on Gmail as well. Of course, friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.